Hello guys!
Welcome back to
our
our podcast,
Stay
Stay Up.
Up!
So guys, this has become our first episode in this year 2026. After a long time ya kita mungkin nggak buat podcast, dan kita buat podcast ini dengan semangat yang baru, dengan suasana baru, dan pastinya orang-orang baru. Betul tidak?
Betul banget.
Betul banget. Oke, guys, daripada kalian penasaran siapa sih host baru di sini yang pastinya kece dan sangat bersemangat ini, mungkin kita perkenalan dulu aja kali ya. Oke, hello everyone. So my name is Prita and this is my
My
partner.
name is Dion.
Dan kita akan menjadi host di acara podcast episode pertama kali ini. Oke, jadi di sini podcast kali ini kita sudah menentukan tema yang sangat menarik, pastinya bukan Dion. Dan kita sudah mengundang dua narasumber cantik, very beautiful girl and absolutely very talented girl yang baru saja pulang dari sebuah negara nih. Negara dengan julukan Gajah Putih, White Elephant. Kira-kira negara apa tuh? Aduh, kenapa ya?
สวัสดีครับ
Sodika,
ขอบคุณครับ
Kapun Kap,
ท่องยาม
Tom Yam.
ข้าวเหนียวว่าง
Kira-kira ngomong bahasa apa ya? Kayaknya aku tahu deh. Dion ngomong bahasa apa? Gimana Dion? Kamu udah tahu nih negara apa?
ๆข้าวผัด
Tenangin diri lo ya. Gimana? Kita spill langsung aja negaranya?
Yes, bener banget ya. Tadi kayak baru keluarin dulu Kak.
Oke. Silakan Dion.
Jadi kita mengundang kakak-kakak guest star dari
Thailand. Kapan lagi ya kita mengundang orang-orang yang sangat cantik, berbakat ini yang baru aja pulang dari luar negeri loh. Tapi pulang dari luar negerinya tuh nggak cuma sekedar liburan, tapi mereka melakukan suatu project besar. Project apa tuh kira-kira
Apa tuh?
namanya?
Ya itu projectnya nanti akan dijelaskan oleh kakak-kakak
Kakak-kakak
ya
ini. Oke, mungkin langsung saja kita sambut ya. Hello, kakak. How are you today?
Oh, very good.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, of course. Okay, can you guys please introduce yourself?
Okay,
Yes.
we should go first.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
go ahead. You
siapa
go ahead.
aja?
you can go first.
Okay, so my name is Skezia.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think like I'm from batch 23.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the participants of this program.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hello, Kak Kezia.
Hello
Okay. And then next.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Bene from YESV batch 23, and I just came back from Thailand for the same program that I also participated. with Kezia.
Okay. So hello Kak Kezia and Kak Bene, welcome to our podcast, and we're super excited to interview both of you. Oke, mungkin daripada kita kebanyakan ngomong, langsung saja kita tanya-tanya kali ya Dion ya. Kita
Bener
kulik-kulik
banget.
seputar pengalaman kakak-kakak ini mengikuti program ITP, International Teaching Program di Thailand. Oke,
bener
mungkin
banget.
kita bisa dari Dion, kamu mungkin mau nanya sesuatu ke Kak Kezia dan Kak Bene.
I'm curious about both of you
Mhm.
because what is the background? How can both of you go to Thailand? Because
Mm-mm.
it is my dream to go there.
Aduh, kasihan.
I
Can
see.
you guys tell us about how we could go to Thailand?
Okay, I see. So I think we can go first with our personal experience before we apply for this program.
Yeah, sure.
I think.
Yeah. You go ahead.
Okay,
Thank
thank
You
you.
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so my very first motivation was because I really want to go abroad, especially it's
Mhm.
because it's been in my bucket list for my
Ah.
college years, and I'm very glad I could check that off the bucket
Okay.
list now. My very first motivation was actually because I know about this program was
Mhm.
because my co-facilitator was also a participant of this program. She was in batch 20. She was in
Ah.
batch 20. And because of the sharing that she did in our FTH classes, I began to get so interested about this program
Okay.
because we get to meet the students there,
Mhm.
new culture in there. So it's been motivation that's building up for
Okay.
quite I think almost 2 years. Okay, I think
Yeah.
Kezia can go ahead.
Well, I think I have a slightly different reason and background for joining this. Honestly, I know similarly to Bene that this program since I was in first semester, but I didn't really look up into it much. It was until recently when in my third semester, when I went for PLP,
Mhm.
and I got the chance to see the schools.
Uh-huh.
But when I got to my fifth semester and we were about to do this program, I was thinking maybe if I joined this program and I could go abroad, there's going to be a different shift in the schools and how they do that. And I really want to just experience the difference because I know that Indonesian schools are a certain way. So I could learn something new by joining this program and just trying to get more different perspectives on how different schools function.
Interesting ya.
Iya.
Jadi Kak Bene itu sebenarnya udah pengen dari dulu.
Yes,
Ya,
pengen
udah
dulu
pengen
ya.
dari dulu ngelihat apa cutting ya.
Yeah, but
Cutting itu
FCH.
ikut cutting FCH ikut program ITP di Thailand terus tertarik. Kalau Kak Kezia lebih ke kayak baru dapat panggilan kira-kira semester 3 gitu ya.
Iya.
Oke,
Mhm.
well, very
Tapi-
interesting.
Kalau kayak gini juga mau memahami perbedaan yang ada dari sekolah di Indonesia sama sekolah di Thailand.
Betul, karena itu merupakan change yang besar banget ya.
Yes,
It was a
benar
very
banget.
big change, yeah, and good opportunity. Oke Kakak, thank you.
Thank
And
you,
then
Kak.
aku pengen tahu deh Kak, mungkin Kakak bisa ceritakan sedikit, can you tell a little bit about your experience in Thailand during doing ITP program? How is the atmosphere? How is the people there? And anything you can share with me, with us?
Okay, you take the first turn now.
Okay, so I mean, I have a lot of experiences
Okay, of course.
with the people, with the
Mhm.
school, and everything. I think one thing I would like to highlight is how polite the people are over there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're friendly. Yes, like
Mhm.
I would say lots of other Asian countries.
Mhm.
But if we're talking about the students, also they are very respectful towards their teacher.
Oh.
So much in a way. I mean, the students here in Indonesia, they're also respectful, but it's different and how they show it. For example, they would do like this almost
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, like going
Students to the teacher?
yes to the teacher.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you were in class and then you want to go outside, you want to go to the bathroom, they would just like this. And then
Oh.
even when we allow them to sit down, they would tell us like this, thank you for letting them sit down.
Wow.
And yeah, the place itself, well, geographically, I think speaking, it's
Mhm.
cool. The place there is cool. It's not as hot as in
Mhm.
here. And well, I think that's it. I mean, like, I'll summarize all of them together. Yeah,
Did you enjoy?
very much.
Very
Yes.
much. Okay, I can guess. How about you, Kak Bene?
Okay, honestly, I have a little bit of objection for
Uh-huh.
for your statement about the weather there.
Okay.
Yeah, about the
weather.
hot, how it's not hot. It's hot, hot. It's
Ah,
hot,
maksudnya
hot.
apa tuh,
At
hot?
some parts, mostly
At some
it was
parts,
cool.
yeah.
I
The
see.
first part, the first half of our period there, it was cool.
Uh-huh.
And despite the blinding sunlight, yes,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool, especially
Mhm.
throughout the afternoon, the early afternoon. But once you've entered the other half of the month, the latest half of later
Yeah.
half of January,
Mhm.
it was very hot, especially
Ah.
because my office is quite
Uh,
far there,
okay,
quite
I
far
see.
from the dorm and the main building, I
Mhm.
suppose. Can I say that?
Yeah.
We had to do a lot of walking, and yeah.
So do you guys live in a dormitory?
Yes.
Mhm.
in a dorm.
Oh, with
The student or something like that.
So
No,
the dorm is only for.
it's a separate dorm at the one edge of school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you also live with the local people there or only for the students ITP that apakah kakak-kakak ini tinggal, aduh maaf ya kita switching aja kan daripada
nggak
bingung. Apakah kakak tinggal di asrama itu dengan berarti khusus anak-anak ITP aja atau memang ada yang orang lokal dari Thailand yang juga tinggal di sana?
Sepertinya itu umum untuk guest ya,
I
untuk
see.
tamu-tamu di sekolah itu. Jadi
I see.
yeah, mostly for foreigners,
Mhm.
including the Saint Ursula students and Saint
Brito.
Ursula's teachers,
Yeah.
Oh, Ursula.
and those from De Brito. Mhm.
Mm.
Tapi kemarin kita sempat ada ini ya.
Yeah, we had a other Thai people come as our neighbors in the dorm as well, actually.
Mhm.
Do you guys speak speak Thai?
Oh, just learning a little bit of Thai.
Maybe a little bit of the text there
A little
that's
bit.
used, like chai mai, chai mai.
Oh, she knows more than
No,
I
I
do.
don't.
Yeah,
I'm not that knowledgeable. I just, yeah, it's the commonly used phrases there. Dan kami juga sempat bertemu dengan foreign teachers di sana yang tidak hanya Thai teachers. Jadi mereka tuh suka pakai bahasa Inggris terus dicampur sama Thai juga.
Lucu ya.
Open page
Unik
this.
ya.
Chai mai, chai mai.
Chai mai.
Chai
What does
mai.
chai mai mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
only-
I'm not
yeah.
wrong.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Chai.
Yeah, you can look it up yourself later.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
okay.
thank you, Kak Bene and Kak Kezia. And then we want to know apakah Kakak Kezia dan Kak Bene punya makanan favorit yang ada di Thailand selama kalian ini mengikuti program ITP? That I believe that both of you, if you have what is it, free time, you guys gimana ya ngomongnya?
We just like travel around and
Travel
exploring
around,
the
exploring
food, the culinary.
uh-uh,
And
to the culinary.
I know one food is flying shrimp. Did you guys try it?
Yeah,
Oh,
kayak
that's-
udang yang kayak loncat-loncat itu.
Yes, the
So
flying
it's
shrimp.
called, is it called flying?
I don't really know the Thai one. Yeah, but I think it's
Okay,
something like
can you just share?
Okay, so actually I've never tasted one, but
Okay.
Kezia, after several attempts Ayu made, so Ayu tried to convince her to eat one shrimp,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was raw.
raw shrimp.
Raw
It didn't jump though.
No, it's already cut and cleaned. Like, but she bought a packet and then she wanted us to eat it, but no one wanted to, so she had me eat it.
Oh,
It tastes okay though. You should try it.
poor. Okay, interesting. Anything else?
Anything else? I don't think we did much culinary during our program there, but there's this dish that reminds us of Indonesia
Oh,
again.
what is it?
Fried rice.
Fried
Oh,
rice.
fried rice.
So how is the taste?
How was the taste? I think Asia can share.
Fried rice is actually quite similar. You know, it
Ah.
depends on, usually they have like pork and chicken mixed together, but otherwise flavor very similar. It's just that maybe a little bit sweeter, not as dark. Kan kalau Indonesia kan pakai kecap jadi hitam.
Yeah.
So this one's slightly whiter, but it's still kind of sweet.
Tapi apakah cocok di lidah kakak?
Cocok.
Cocok ya?
So I think it's similar to Singaporean fried rice.
Have you ever tried
Similar?
Similar in
because-
color, yes.
Oh, in
It
color.
tastes
That's-
closer to Indonesian fried
Okay.
rice.
Okay, anything you want to ask?
I'm curious about Kak Keji was told us about
Mhm.
how their habits like going like this, even though
Do the polite things
yeah,
like
the polite
this.
things. So other than that, is there any difference between Indonesian student habits, maybe,
Mhm.
or not just habit, but also the curriculum, or how the teacher teach the student, or something like that?
I think the difference in curriculum is how their semesters are divided in the year, in each year. And in January, it's most likely in our curriculum, it would be the beginning of our semester, the beginning of the even semester, semester genap, awal-awal semester genap.
Yes.
Mhm.
Nah, kalau di sana Januari itu akhir dari semester mereka.
Oh,
Yeah.
switching ya, balik gitu ya.
Semacam itu. Nah, ketika kita selesai, mereka baru mulai. Aku lupa pastinya bulan apa, tapi memang ada kebalikannya itu. Jadi kami di sana itu kebagian juga untuk ikut festival sekolah.
Ah,
Iya.
Itu seperti apa festivalnya?
Festivalnya ya,
Mhm.
sebenarnya tuh ketika kita memulai programnya, siswa-siswa di sana sudah mulai melakukan preparation di sana. They were preparing their performances. Most of their performances include included dancing, singing. I think no.
Not really singing, but they do have fashion show.
Yeah, they
Ah,
did.
interesting.
Mhm.
Semacam pentas seni gitu ya.
Benar.
Oke.
And the stage was so expensive.
Ah,
Expensive. And they also
Okay.
held banquet, I suppose. Not banquet.
Like a similar
Similar to a banquet.
outdoor.
It's outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the students and the students' families were invited to participate in that festival, and they could also reserve their place there.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
tables.
The
and-
tables. Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, itu adalah malam puncaknya. Itu malam puncaknya. Dan sebenarnya festivalnya itu berlangsung selama 1 minggu. Dari tanggal 26 sampai
31.
31.
Yes.
Dan selama hari-hari itu nanti di aula, bukan aula, auditorium ya, semacam auditorium itu,
Mhm.
like the place where they also held the flag ceremony.
Mhm.
Di sana mereka tuh selalu menampilkan siswa-siswa yang mau nyanyi, mau nampilin band. Sepulang sekolah bisa dilihat juga.
Gitu. So did you guys join the festival full in 1 week?
Yes, I suppose we did.
Partially. I still
Partially.
had observations to do and teaching sometimes, but
Mm-mm.
because of the festival week, lots of classes got canceled. So
Exactly.
yeah, like if it gets canceled, we go down, we watch the students play, and I guess join along as well.
Fleksibel ya berarti.
Mhm.
Oke. Terus Kak, kami mau nanya deh. Kakak selama mengajar anak-anak di sana, apakah anak-anak di sekolah Thailand itu dapat berbahasa Inggris dengan lancar? Apakah or they tend to speak Thai more than English?
I think it depends on the departments.
Yeah.
It depends on
It
the departments. Jadi di sekolah yang the school where we were posted in, itu dibagi jadi beberapa departemen. Yang satu itu EP English Program, di mana bahasa Inggris itu menjadi bahasa pengantarnya 70%. Kemudian untuk boys dan girls department dan juga gifted program itu mereka menggunakan bahasa Thai ya utamanya.
They still use
Thai. Yes. Tapi menurutku anak-anak di sana bisa memahami bahasa Inggris dengan baik kok.
Soalnya memang ada berita kalau memang anak-anak di Thailand itu memang nggak semua bisa berbahasa Inggris karena mereka cenderung berbicara bahasa mereka sendiri ya. Tapi I was shocked that heard from Kak Bene if the students in Thailand can speak English better.
I
Yeah,
think I'd say they can understand.
Oh, they can understand.
They can understand, yes.
Uh-huh.
But in terms of speaking, I think they need more confidence.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But they're actually good, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Generally.
Generally, yeah. Although there were also several students who
Yeah.
need more. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little more.
yeah, a little more assistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to borrow your words.
But yeah, I think it depends if like you're in the EP, since they have English as their medium of teaching and learning, so they understand it more. Listening and speaking, they're quite good. Gifted, well, I would say they're the ambitious kind of students, so most generally they get it and then they're quite fluent. The other department, which is the JS, they're also good, but not probably as fluent as you would find the one in the gifted and in the EP, but they have the same effort and the same motivation.
Paling nggak bisa memahami gitu ya.
Yeah.
Oke. Ada lagi tidak, Dion?
I think it's time to get serious because everyone here was curious about how both of you, is there something that you guys prepare, like maybe knowledge or money, or is it fully funded or something like that? Because there are only like 6 that going to Thailand,
Yeah, 6
and
people.
that 6 people is
Uh-huh.
yeah, you need to be the most talented student
Mhm.
in this study program.
Yes.
So can you guys tell us about the secret to go to Thailand?
Secret tips how to go to Thailand
Secret tips.
easily.
I would like to say something though.
Okay, what's that?
You said the ones that get to go are the most talented. I would like to say that's not exactly true. You know, you don't have to be the most talented to join this
Mhm.
program. You just have to have the knowledge and the courage to try,
Mhm.
because being intelligent and smart itself is like, you know, it's not the guarantee that you're going to get through, but like just trying. And yeah, what else? Do you want to say
Mhm.
something?
And I'm going to talk about the technical requirements here. Since basing my answers on what we had in this program of 2026, it's required to also be prepared with your passports. It's okay if it's still in progress, as long as you have proof that your passport is still in the making. And you have to also be prepared of the social cultural situations there, what applications should be used there, like Grab, and MRT, something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
And then you also have to be prepared with your money.
Of
I think it's that a
course.
sensitive, that's the most important aspect
Yeah.
to survive in a neighboring country. Dan sebagai gambaran kasarnya, mungkin bisa kalau kalian mau ambil kasarannya, uang di Indonesia itu bisa kalian bagi kali 2 dengan besarannya kira-kira nanti di Thai itu seperti apa. Misalnya 10.000, berarti 10.000 itu 20 baht. Equalnya. Dan untuk biayanya kemarin kita itu parsial. Jadi kami itu mempersiapkan biaya untuk pembuatan paspor, kemudian biaya untuk return tickets, return tickets, dan juga kalian harus perhatian dengan kebutuhan kalian di sana kira-kira apa, karena yang di cover oleh sekolah adalah biaya makan pagi dan juga makan siang. Tapi maksudnya di sini adalah biaya yang kalian keluarkan untuk makanan yang kalian beli di sekolah saja. Jadi misalnya kalau kalian mau beli sekalian untuk dinner, beli di sore harinya itu nggak apa-apa sekalian. Itu kemudian kalian harus tahu juga the closest supermarkets there. The closest supermarkets. And then I forgot one thing that's important. Oh yeah, you have to be aware of the TDAC. It's the newest regulation in Thailand. Jadi sebelum kalian sampai ke sana, kalian harus mengisi kartu kedatangan Thailand Digital Arrival Card sebelum flight. Jadi maksimalnya 3 hari sebelumnya. Maksimalnya 3 hari sebelumnya. Ya, jadi kalian sudah harus beli tiket pulangnya sebelum berangkat. Regulasi terbaru.
Apakah kakak kesusahan untuk menyiapkan semuanya? Mulai dari mungkin yang digital tadi apa? Digital arrival card, and then spend your money to go to Thailand. Apakah kakak sudah menyiapkan itu sejak lama atau gimana ya bahasanya? Kan kalau ke Thailand kan kita harus menyiapkan uang kan. Nah, itu kakak emang udah nabung sejak lama atau memang ada biaya tambahan dari orang tua gitu?
Sebenarnya ini tergantung masing-masing keluarga ya. Kalau saya sendiri sih sudah ngobrolin ini dengan keluarga seperti ini dan kemudian sudah disetujui. Jadi saya juga nabung sendiri dan kebetulan keluarga juga ikut membantu. Kemudian untuk persiapan imigrasinya ya, mungkin berkas-berkasnya itu kita lakukan 1 bulan sebelumnya ya. Dan menurutku you have nothing to be scared of, karena kita melakukannya bareng-bareng. Jadi saling mengingatkan satu sama lain, because we work in a team, and when we go together there, we have to go back together again. Don't leave anyone behind.
Ya,
Mm.
kata-kata hari ini.
Kata-kata
Luar biasa,
hari
luar
ini.
How
biasa.
about Kesha?
Yeah, well, for me, I'm grateful because my family also supported me. My dad especially wanted me to go, so he's like, just go, and I'll get everything prepared for you,
Okay,
well, financially at
glad to
least.
hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you want to ask, Dion?
To be honest, I'm going to the reflection part.
Oh, ada
Oh,
reflection part
another
juga.
Reflection part.
reflection.
Conclusion?
Always
Always
reflection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always reflection.
After you guys going to Thailand, do you guys prefer become a teacher or
Ah,
maybe just do another things in the future?
Okay.
Maybe let's start from Kak Kesia.
Yeah, she has the
Okay.
answer.
So, nearing the end of my stay in Thailand, I started to feel a little bit stressed out, actually.
Mhm.
Stressed out not because of the activities there, but because I know that I'm going to go home soon and I don't want to go home yet. I want to stay. And staying over there really made me feel like I think teaching is what I'm going to do. And yeah, even at the airport, and when we got back home, it took me quite a while to move on from the fact that I still miss being over there. I miss the students, the teachers, walking down the halls. So, I mean, I do love our country here, but if you were to ask me at that moment, maybe even still now, would I rather stay there or would I go back home here? Well, a part of me would say I would rather stay there and continue to teach there.
Oh, interesting. Okay, how about Kak Bene then?
I think all the memories that I've shared and created there with people there and the teachers, the foreign teachers, the students have also strengthened me to be also a part, an active participant in our community in the education faculty, because at first I wasn't sure of becoming a teacher, but once I've tasted a little bit of
Tasted a little.
tasted
Okay.
tasted the experience of
Mhm.
teaching students
Mhm.
there, I feel like being a teacher is not another words I borrowed in our last evaluation there. It's not just another job. It's also an important role in someone's life, a
Yes.
student.
Mhm.
It's nice to be part of their core memories, especially in their early education, and also part of making their early development, right?
Yeah.
And it's very meaningful to me. And one time, I also had the last taking photo session with a class,
Uh-huh.
and I said that I'm going to go home this week on 6th,
Uh-huh.
and then they were
Oh,
aww.
I
They said that
see.
they
Yeah.
aww. And then
Aw.
after we took photos, the students approached me and said that they had fun with the way I teach them,
Aw.
with the way I taught them. They also said that it would be good if I go back to Thailand again.
Aw, so sad.
Yeah, and also one of the students mentioned that they showed affection.
Mhm.
They also showed affection. I think it's because they're elementary students, so they're mostly honest about their feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about the Matayom
They're
students.
still too
Mhm.
innocent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I will cherish how they respect the teacher. They appreciate their time with us. That and I will assure you that that will always stick with us.
Okay, so the conclusion is Kak Keza and Kak Bene, I think really have a really close relationship with the students, right? Yeah. Terbukti bagaimana murid-muridnya itu kayak menyayangkan Kak Bene dan Kak Keza yang mau pergi gitu loh. Kayak bener-bener kayak nggak rela gitu. Kan biasa kalau orang yang nggak punya hubungan begitu dekat ya, atau mungkin biasa-biasa aja kan mereka nggak akan menyayangkan itu kayak oh ya udah gitu. Tapi ini yang sampai kayak meluk, they really really show their affection to Kak Keza and Kak Bene.
Dan karena Kak Bene sama Kak Kesia ini juga mengajar dengan tulus
Ya
hati
dengan
itu
tulus
sih.
hati pastinya ya membuat
Hati
anak-anak
gitu.
itu nyaman ya
Yes,
begitu.
benar banget.
Okay, is that any?
Wait. There's a message. Wait, what?
Oh, what is it?
What is it? A message?
Kak Kezia and Kak Bene,
Hmm?
do you have any suggestion or advice for us in here?
Oh,
Because
Out
someone
of the
is
box.
trying to message me, please Kak Bene sama Kak Kezia, tolong kasih saran untuk kita,
Mhm.
karena kita juga mau ke Thailand. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kezia first.
Well, I mean, finish your courses, do your micro teaching well, because
Yes.
micro teaching class is going to really help decide whether you are going to go or not. And I think just try it, you're not going to know if you're going to fail or not.
Yeah.
And there is no disadvantage at trying, right? If maybe you don't get it, there's another opportunity out there somewhere in the world,
Exactly.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, make the best out of your time. There's no what is it? Kalian tuh nggak pernah terlambat untuk sesuatu. Dan menurutku kalau kalian punya the dedication and the tenacity, I think you'll make it. Dan ini sih, ini adalah sesuatu yang semacam mindset yang aku pegang terus selama aku kuliah. Gunakan waktu kalian sebaik mungkin, gunakan waktu yang ada itu untuk mengembangkan diri kalian, mengambil banyak experience, seperti di kelas, kalau kalian ada kesempatan untuk presentasi, untuk menjadi teacher, terutama di DLND, not DLND, TMCM.
CMC.
Who takes TMCM today?
Me.
This semester. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use that to enhance, to sharpen your teaching strategies, I think. Yeah,
Teaching skills as well.
yeah, skills and
Yeah.
ways. You have to find what works for you,
Yeah.
karena itu juga bakal berguna untuk micro teaching kalian, guys.
Yeah, I'll take that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dan menurutku kalau meskipun kalian nggak dapat kesempatan untuk jadi teacher di kelas di MCM, kesempatan kalian tuh menjadi presenter itu juga bisa digunakan,
Yes.
because it also improves your
Presentation
speech.
skills,
Yeah.
your
Speaking.
fluency,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
And it also helps you develop your own style, because
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
are going to
Uh-huh.
teach, it's hard to copy paste directly from another teacher. So you don't have to bother about it. You have you yourself teach in your own style, and that's going to make you authentic and great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Really inspiring.
Inspiring us.
Yeah. I think that's all ya.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, because we don't have much time.
I still want to ask them because
Sabar,
there is
sabar.
there was so much.
Yeah, I know
question.
we have a lot of lists that we want to ask, but we need to pay attention to Kak Bene dan Kak Kezia karena mereka sebentar lagi akan kelas. Ya,
Yes,
sayang sekali.
sayang
But thank you so much to Kak Bene and Kak Kezia for sharing about your experience, about the advice for us. Bagaimana cara kita bisa pergi ke Thailand, ya mungkin kalau kita dapat kesempatan, we will take that. Ya, terima kasih. Beri tepuk tangannya dulu dong. Oke, mungkin itu aja kali ya
Yes,
untuk
itu
podcast
aja.
kita kali ini. Sedih banget rasanya harus berpisah ya. Sekali lagi terima kasih kepada Kak Bede dan Kak Kezia. Untuk tips-tipsnya itu sangat-sangat bermanfaat sekali, dan aku dan Dion pastinya jadi mengetahui gimana tentang culture di Thailand, terus anak-anaknya gimana, orang-orangnya gimana. Ternyata memang ya seperti dugaanku.
Ya.
Begitu. Oke. I think that's all for our podcast today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye bye guys.